Dragon Ball, the biology of Super Saiyan.
What if the legendary Super Saiyan wasn't just fantasy? What if, hidden beneath the golden hair and explosive power, there was a real biological story waiting to be uncovered? In the world of Dragon Ball, created by Akira Toriyama, at the center of the story stands Son Goku, defending Earth while chasing the mysterious Dragon Balls. Among all its moments, one stands above the rest: the Super Saiyan transformation. Golden hair, emerald eyes, and power multiplied beyond limits. But what if this dramatic change reflects something surprisingly real? Toriyama once explained the transformation using fictional particles called S-cells. These microscopic cells grow with power, but also with something unexpected: a calm, gentle spirit. So how could we translate that idea into real biology? To explore it, we turn to neuroendocrinology, the science that studies how the brain communicates with hormones to control the body. When the brain senses a life-threatening situation, it activates a powerful survival system. Homeostasis is abandoned, and the body shifts entirely into one goal: survive. The first spark is adrenaline. Within seconds, this hormone floods the bloodstream, unlocking energy reserves the body normally keeps hidden. Glycogen stored in muscles, and the liver rapidly converts into glucose. Blood sugar spikes, oxygen intake increases, and blood rushes toward the muscles that need it most. This response sometimes leads to a real phenomenon known as hysterical strength. In rare emergencies, ordinary people perform feats that seem almost impossible. Under normal conditions, the brain places limits on our muscles. This protective system prevents us from tearing tissues or breaking bones during everyday movement. But in extreme situations, those limits can disappear. The nervous system briefly unlocks the full capacity of our muscle fibers. Adrenaline ignites the burst, but another hormone sustains it. Cortisol enters the scene to manage energy during prolonged stress. Interestingly, cortisol doesn't make muscles bigger. Instead, it strengthens the signal from the brain to the muscles, allowing them to respond with greater force. Scientific studies show that stress hormones can increase maximal voluntary strength and electrical activity in muscles, without changing the muscles themselves. Adrenaline delivers explosive power. Cortisol maintains focus and endurance. Mastery, however, comes from balancing the two without losing control. In Dragon Ball, muscles visibly swell during transformation. In biological terms, this could resemble sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, an expansion driven by fluid and energy molecules within muscle cells. When metabolic demand spikes, muscles can rapidly fill with glycogen, ATP, and intracellular fluid. The body doesn't grow new tissue instantly, but it can temporarily expand its energy capacity. Of course, pushing past natural limits comes with consequences. Once the hormones fade, exhaustion and muscle damage can follow. Another layer of the story comes from epigenetics, the science of how lifestyle and environment influence how our genes are expressed. Special enzymes can write or erase chemical markers on DNA. These markers don't change the genetic code itself, but they determine which genes become active. Stress, training, or even a peaceful lifestyle can reshape gene expression. In a way, the environment literally rewires how the body reads its own DNA. This brings us back to Toriyama's curious detail. A calm environment might actually encourage biological pathways that make extreme responses easier to access. Conversely, generations of chronic stress can suppress certain genetic pathways, creating biological barriers that are passed forward. Sometimes, however, a single overwhelming event can disrupt that barrier. The body's stress response surges past its usual limits, reshaping gene expression in dramatic ways. Combine epigenetic potential, a massive adrenaline surge, and the removal of neural safety limits, and you get something resembling the Super Saiyan equation. We may never turn our hair gold or unleash energy blasts, but the biology behind the legend reveals something remarkable. Hidden within the human body is far more power than we usually realize.
Hi, thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Bye.